Сейчас там других именно.
Ну, вот Геннадий по-прежнему, я занимался 100 лет по основному Якову Львовичу, наверное.
Да.
Год я Геннадий Яковлевич занимался.
Ну, Геннадий Яковлевич, yes.
Oh, no.
There's 3 boards.
Вот и лагерь есть, шахматный, в 88 году. Он на веб-сайте, он все это время, он является главным тренером.
They call golf chess, live chess, you know. It's not. It's the PGG website.
Помещение не отобрали, все то же самое, или часть отобрали?
Ну, часть, по-моему,
Отобрали?
ну, как бы не, вроде бы начать или как бы из одного помещения, ну, помещения клуба. То есть я не знаю, ну, вроде там... Ну,
то есть какую-то из этих маленьких комнаток отобрали, да. Два больших зала.
Okay, we need to start. 2 minutes, we start. So maybe you gotta see.
Да, конечно.
В Америке.
You to go back, come back. So your lecture was something 1 hour.
Yeah, we just go.
Okay. Okay.
See you.
Maybe sit closer. You can ask questions.
Yes.
Sit closer. Just stop. Just stop. So let's save the introduction, and this is GM Barbero from Texas Tech University, and he's going to give the first lecture for 1 hour, and then after that we're going to have David. So feel free to start. Okay.
Do you guys know if there is any easy way to zoom in? Because I don't know the screen size. So how?
Yes.
Is there any way to zoom in the screen? Somehow every time I connect, it's different. So.
Okay. You want to, when you connect, before you connect again. When you connect, then you specify full screen. Just reconnect. No, it's not there. It's your remote desktop. When you connect, you need to specify full screen.
Okay.
You can close. And then we connect. Reference.
I think it's easy.
No. You need to make a 1080p go down. This one.
Okay. Hi everyone, how are you?
Good.
So, in my talk today, in this lecture, I would like to discuss the topic of critical positions in middle games. And what do I mean by critical position? In my opinion, critical position is the position where the statistical balance is about to change. For instance, if there is if white or black has a weak king, or the pawn structure is about to change, or some of the opponents is about to sacrifice some material for the positional compensation. This is the change in the static balance of the position. So, using several examples, I'd like to talk. I'd like to discuss what is the best way, what is the best decision-making process in such positions, and how should the mind of the chess player work to make the right decision. So, in the first example here, we see that the center is blocked, the position is static. Black has so-called bad bishop on h6 because most of the pawns in the center, like all of the pawns in the center, are fixed on the dark squares. This bishop is considered to be bad. Although in this position we can see that it's not the worst piece on the board. It attacks some squares on the one diagonal, h6, c1. So, nevertheless, white has the potential. For instance, if white has a potential to get the better endgame by exchanging queens, and to get the position where white knight is going to dominate black's bishop. For instance, if knight f3 is exchanged, if knight f3 gets to d5 and the knights get exchanged, then the other knight of white will get to d5 and it will stay there forever, and making serious pressure on black's position. What do you think is white's main idea in this position in general? Like, if white was to move here, what is the best combination for them? Any ideas?
I think Kim might play on the queen side, like on b4.
Yeah, and creating some pressure along the b file, attacking the b7 pawn eventually, putting their knight to d5, doubling the rooks over the b file. So this is the main idea for white. And what is the main idea for black? Is black going to play on the queen side?
I think he's trying for the king side, black.
Yeah, probably. As we can see, black is already prepared to play something like f5 or g5 at some point, try to attack white's king. So the main problem with black's position here is that they cannot really play f5 right away. So, like, they can play f5, but in this case, white will continue b4, and after cb, rook b4, black doesn't really have any continuation. For instance, of course, they can play something like knight c6, but then white will just play rook b2 or rook b3, queen e2, at some point rook fb1, creating pressure on the b7 pawn. So this is not the best idea for black to play f5 right away. There is a much stronger move here, which is, I think, now that we discussed the main the main ideas in this position, it's quite easy to guess. So this move is a5. Not an easy move to make because black is able to even more white squares in the position, and on the paper their bishop becomes even worse eventually because the pawn on a5 becomes fixed. But black achieves the main goal here. They stop white's counterplay on the queen side, and eventually there is no way white can stop the black's attack. So if we consider the initial position, black's king is better because black is about to attack the king, and black has to maintain the static balance of the position. This is why a5 is such a great move. It keeps the position static, it keeps the pawn structure balanced, and it stabilizes black's long-term positional advantage here. So the next move don't really matter much. We all know black's next moves. They're going to be f5, rook f7, rook f8, maybe rook g8, g5, g4. The main idea is that black is eventually going to make white's king. So the game follows queen b3, queen b5. Obviously, black is not going to exchange queens. So knight c6, knight d5. White is trying to create some threats on the queen side, but it's not possible because it's not possible to create serious threats with only two pieces here. So black is simply defending against knight b6, plays rook f7, doubles along the f file, and the g5 breakthrough follows. So there are many threats, and white's position is simply lost here. Knight e3, g4, knight h4, black took, takes, f4. So black is achieving another goal. They're going to exchange pawns, and their knight will get to d4, creating even more threats. Queen g5, and white resigned after queen d2, because after rook f2, there is a direct win for black. Can anybody mention it? What's the direct win after rook f2? It's quite simple.
It could be queen e1, it could be that.
Queen where? e1?
Yeah.
Then rook f1.
Queen d1 followed by f2 check.
Yeah, exactly. And just winning the materials. And basically mate it. So yeah, this was the first example. So basically, the main idea of this example was to show how important is the statical evaluation of your king's position. So it's important to evaluate whether your king is under danger or your opponent's king, and what's going to happen in the future. So whether we need to change the dynamic of the position by opening the center or opening wing side, or we need to keep the position balanced. So in the second example, we see that this is a Benoni type position, and black has very, very active pieces. They create very serious pressure on the queen side, and currently they're taking the b2 pawn. There's no easy way to defend it. So yeah, even though you've probably seen the move already, but nevertheless, it's important to explain it. So first of all, there is no easy way to defend the b2 pawn. Like rook a b1, it will just take on b2. Rook f b1 is very fast. So on the other hand, we see that black's king's position is compromised by the g5 move. So eventually, their king is like the pawn structure around their king is very weak, and it's a long-term factor. They're not going to move their pawn from g5 to g7. There's no way to do that against the rules. So their king is long-term weakness, and the main defender of their king right now is the dark squared bishop. So b2, b3 is not such a stupid move as it looks on the first glance, because first of all, white keeps their pawn structure on the queen side solid, which is material is of course very important, but there are other important things in the position other than material. And for instance, the a pawn is a huge factor. Maybe not now, but in the future. Black king, which is weak, is a very important factor. Maybe white is not currently. Maybe white doesn't have any serious threats right now, but after black takes the rook on a1, you can see that black's king is exceptionally weak, and there is no way to, like, there is no easy way to defend against simple threats like queen d2, queen g5, or h4 at some point, rook d1, queen d2, and black's position suddenly becomes very, very vulnerable here. Nevertheless, Lev Albert, an American grandmaster who defends black pieces here, found a very, very good way to defend. So what black is trying to achieve in this position is obviously they're trying to exchange queens somehow. And what they're gonna do is queen d5.